everyone, it's Natalie with Crochet by Natalie Lucille, and today we are going to make a coaster. And let me explain myself for just a second. When I started the video, you'll notice in a few minutes, I'm like, I'll make it into an earring. And then, you could see how big it is. And then I thought, no, I'll make it into a necklace. So I made all my little pieces to do like into a necklace. But I realized after I glued the back, it's really rough. And I thought, well, that is not going to work as a necklace because either you're going to rub it on your clothes or you can't really wear this on like, your skin. So I thought, you know what can I turn this into? Because I love the design. So I thought, why not a coaster? So, while you're watching the video, just understand that I keep talking about, oh, this is, either going to be a cute little necklace, an earring. I could put glitter on it. I could do all these things. Well, some things don't always work out. So, but what I have here that I used, because I always want to use the fabric stiffener just to keep its shape. And I used tatting yarn floss. Here's one of the colors. And I really like it, but they're hard. It's almost like thread. It's hard to work with by itself if you're going to crochet. So a lot of times I will double up, and the two colors I use double upping on this was a purple and a red. So you can see how the colors kind of come together. So it gives it like you could see like bits of purple, bits of red, and it just, I think it goes well together. And so I was like, what am I going to do with this? So I have decided to make it into a nice little coaster. Grab a coffee cup, grab a can of whatever you like, or a glass of water. So we are learning something new today, and things don't always work out. Now I may take this design anyway and make it into a like an earring of some kind, because I do love earrings. And so stay tuned, because I will also be doing a video on this earring that I've made recently, and I thought, oh, well, this is really cute. So stay tuned. My next video will be this one. So thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something new. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started, and we're going to start out with a magic loop. So you're just going to cross it over in the front. Lay that down so it almost looks like a pretzel. Grab your hook and I just kind of grab the bottom so I'm working with it. And then what we're going to do is chain 3, and the way you do that is you yarn over and just pull through the loop there. 2, maybe, there we go. And 3, just like that. And we're going to be working inside this magic loop for a total of 23 stitches. This counts, this chain 3 counts as the first double crochet essentially, and you're going to be working 24 double crochets inside the magic circle all the way around. And the way that you make a double crochet is you yarn over, insert into the magic loop. I got my dogs in here. I apologize. Yarn over, bring up, so you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over through 2. I'm really taking a chance with them being in here. Yarn over through 2. They want to protect me, and so of course if there's a car that drives down the road, they want to make me aware. So you're going to do a total of 24 of the double crochets all the way around. Just like that. And you're working inside the magic circle. And I'm working with the 2 tatting yarns at the same time because they're real tiny and I can't seem to get a good tension on using just one, so I've done the 2, so you can see how I have like the purple and red, and I think the colors go quite well together. So again, we're just working our double crochets around. Yeah, see, it's a, oops, it's a little tight going in, but you just have to kind of work with it without, without pulling too hard on your yarn. This one doesn't want to go through. It's giving me a little trouble. There we go. And so again, I'm just going to work 24 double crochets around. Okay, so I've made a total of 24 double crochets. Remember, this chain 3 is essentially it's counted as a double crochet. So you worked your chain 3 and 23 double crochets around, which equals out to 24. So that's what I meant when I was saying, because I was thinking I may not have explained that just right. So everything is good and straight. My one is acting wonky, but gives it character. So you want to work a slip stitch by join, and this joins the row. So you just put your insert, I guess you could say, your hook into the first chain 3 and then just pull it through just like that. Now we're going to work on our next row after we pull our magic circle tight. So you grab your tail and then just kind of pull it so it cinches it up. And it's not going to be like a real tight circle because you have so many stitches in this round. And at the very end, I'll cinch it up again before I weave in the ends and attach everything. So for our second row, this one's a pretty easy row. You're going to chain 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, maybe 3, 4, and 5. So it should look like this. So starting where you have worked your first, you're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and then you are going to work a single crochet into this stitch here. So you just insert, yarn over, pull up, so you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2. You're going to do that all the way around. So chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and whoops, I dropped. There was only 1 on there. Let's do that again. 3. This is the fun part of working with more than one yarn. 4 and 5. But it's good with the tatting yarn, it doesn't fray. So it's something nice to work with. So skip 2, 1, 2, and then you're going to work a single crochet to here. And you're going to do that all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, it's wanting to pull 4 and 5, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and you're going to work a single crochet right into the top there, just by inserting, yarn over, pull up, 2 loops, and bring through both. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue working my way around the circle. Okay, so I've continued my round all the way around, and I've joined it with the slip stitch into this top single or slip stitch or chain from the previous row. So now I want to come into my first chain 5 space, and I'm going to work a slip stitch just like that. Then you're going to come in and you're going to, actually, because I don't want it to mess up the row, we're going to chain 1, and that's going to count as our first single crochet. Now let's work a half double crochet, and the way you do that is by yarning over, insert into the stitch, which is our chain 5 space, yarn over and pull up, so you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and then just pull through all 3 just like that. Then you're going to work 3 double crochets, and it's yarn over, insert into the chain 5 space, yarn over, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. And you're going to do that 2 more times. So a total of 3 double crochets in your chain 5 space. Here's the second one. And the third. A half double crochet, so it's yarn over, pull up where you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and just bring it through all 3, almost. Gonna make it through the last one. There we go. And then you work a single crochet. So in a chain 5 space in this row, it's single crochet, half double crochet, 3 double crochets, another half double crochet, and single crochet. So each chain 5 space will have that. So let's go ahead and just work into the next. Single crochet, half double crochet, oops, let's make it do the rest. There we go. 3 double crochets. So we have 1. That one's a little bit loose on the top there, isn't it? 2 and 3. Half double crochet, and a single crochet. So all the way around in each one, it should look like this. I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so I finished making my way around and I want to join my round. So I'm just going to come down here to the first single crochet and I'm going to work a slip stitch. And then our next stitch really begins in the middle of the 3 double crochet. So we want to make our way up there. So you're going to go to the next stitch, which is the half double crochet, and you're going to slip stitch. And you go to the next, which is the first double crochet and slip stitch. Then you're going to be at, let me make sure that definitely is the center. Yes. So you just slip stitch in here. And the first stitch that you're going to be doing is essentially, it marks it as the first. So you're working here in the center. And you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, let me make sure, just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to equal out to be your first treble. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that marks your first treble. We're going to chain 3 more. This works as our chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3. Now coming back down into the stitch marker here that you just worked your first treble, which was your chain 4, you're going to work a treble in that space. So it's yarn over and yarn over again. Insert into the stitch, yarn over, and pull up. So essentially you'll have 4 loops on your hook. So you're going to yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over and through 2. And that equals out to your second, essentially your second treble. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. You're going to work another treble in that same space. So it's yarn over twice, insert into that stitch, yarn over, pull up, you got 4 loops, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, there we go, yarn over through 2, just like that. So it will look like this, kind of like a nice little fan here. And then what you want to do is chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then come over here to your next shell and find, because So there's the single crochet, half double crochet, first double crochet, and there's your middle stitch in this double crochet, and you're going to work a treble. You make sure it's in the right stitch in the center. I believe. Bring through so you have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. You're going to work it the same way as we did before, so it's going to be another treble in that same space you just worked in the center here. Yarn over, pull up. So there are 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. So it's starting to look like this. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. One more treble right in that space. Just like that. Maybe. There we go. And you're just going to work that all the way around. So it's a treble, chain 3, treble, chain 3, treble in the same space. And see, now we're going to come and work. Actually, I have to chain 3. Did I make sure? Okay, I did. Then you do. You chain 3. Oops. Let's make sure we don't lose that loop. There we go. Oh, I did. I lost that whole treble. Let's do that one again then, shall we? So, into the same there. There we go. Then chain 3. 1, 2, and oops, 3. There we go. So it's going to look like this. So I'll work my way around. Okay, so I have come to the end and I have chained my 3. So I'm going to come to the first chain 4 and I'm going to slip stitch into the very top. Let's make sure that this is the right area. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's where I want to join with a slip stitch. So you just insert into the space and work a slip stitch to join the round, just like that. And I apologize, we have the vacuum going on in the background. It's a weekend. We can do that, can't we? So now we're going to work our final row. And the way that you're going to do this is you're going to slip stitch into your first chain 3 space to mark that stitch, and you're going to chain 1, and that's going to count as your first single crochet. Work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, enjoy the background music, it's the vacuum, 3, and I don't edit my videos, not really, because I just like to crochet. I'm learning tech stuff, but at a slower pace, and so it's kind of like what Bob Ross says, you know, if there's an accident, it's just a happy accident. Single crochet, still working in that same space, and then what you're going to do is come over to your next chain 3 space. You're going to do that again, so you work a single crochet, double crochet 3 times, I guess you could say. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to, after this one, work a single crochet. I'm getting ahead of myself. Single crochet, just like that. So you have your single crochet, 3 doubles, single, then come over here, single, 3 double crochets, and a single, just like that. And then you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and in between, because here's your 3 trebles, and then you have that chain 3 space here. You're going to work a single crochet right into that space, just like that. Chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going to be doing all of that again. So you're going to come over to your, in between your 2 trebles, this chain 3 space, and work a single crochet, a double crochet 3 times. There's 1, 2, and 3. Then come down and work your single crochet. And it kind of works you into a nice little shell. See how those start to look? And then into your next chain 3 space in between the 2 trebles, it's a single crochet. My yarn keeps rubbing on the side, sorry about that. 3 double crochets, so here's your first one. Second one. And third one. It's really rubbing on that, isn't it? Let me move that back. Sorry. And then a single crochet. It's really rubbing on the side. Sorry about that, everyone. Then you're going to come to that space, because here's your 3 trebles, here's your 3 trebles. You have that space here. You can see how it looks. That's where you're going to chain 2, chain 2, single crochet in that space, and chain 2. And you're going to continue with this all the way around. So I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so I've made it all the way around and I'm actually finished, which is crazy because originally when I started it, I thought I'd make an earring. I think I'm gonna make a necklace. So it kind of changed up, and I will glue it because as I'm working my way around, I thought, oh, I might mix in some glitter with some glue, and then when I do it, I can make it kind of sparkly. So we're gonna work on that as I go. So here you want to, after your chain 2 space or chain 2 that you just made, to join the round, you just want to slip stitch into that first single crochet, which is actually the chain 1, and you just want to slip stitch. And all you have to do now is cut it off and finish up, or fasten off, I'm sorry, not finish up, but fasten off. You just grab your yarn there and pull through to finish. And because I doubled up on the tatting yarn, it kind of made it a little bit bigger, I'm assuming, because even though it's almost the same width as if you use your regular floss, because if you can see, it's almost like sewing thread. It's pretty tiny. So what I'm going to do now is I'll show you what I'm going to do for the next round going in. So I'm grabbing my yarn again, and I'm going to make the circles, and they're really, really simple, that are going to be going around the necklace. So you're going to make your magic circle, grab your hook, and then we're going to chain 1, and that's going to count as our first single crochets, and you're going to work a total of 40, counting this one, single crochets all the way around. So working in your magic circle, it's insert, yarn over, pull up, yarn over and through 2. So that's number 2. So you're going to make a total of 40 stitches around. So you've already got 2 on your hook. So you'll have 3, and it'll work its way pretty quickly. And that's number 3. And so this just is going to be a nice thing going around here. So that's number 4. So I'm going to go ahead and work my way around. Okay, so I've made my 40 around. And you kind of want to make sure that, because there are so many stitches on it, it wants to be wonky. But once I glue everything and give it its shape, it'll hold its shape pretty well. So my magic circle tail is still under here. And then what you want to do, making sure that it's not flipping on itself, you just want to join the round with a slip stitch, and that'll secure it just like that. And then you're going to cut your yarn and we'll fasten it off. Make sure I'm not grabbing my tail, but I'm actually grabbing the yarn I need. And then just pull that through. And of course, everything's going to be tucked, and I don't even think that we'll need to tighten our magic circle unless you want it to be wonky. But this is one of our rings that I'll use for the necklace. And once I use the glue, I'll make it into a really nice circle. And then this one has 40 around. If you want to do, several rings with 40 to attach, you can do 40, 30, 20, 10, however you want to do it, because it's your creation. So I'm going to continue with my rings, and I'll see you next time.